Earth, Water, Fire, Wind, and Ash. A digital story by Becky Yate. While the winters in Iceland don't get nearly as much snow as my native Minnesota, the weather is renowned for being unpredictable and harsh. It's surprising when it isn't hailing, sleeting, raining, snowing, or some combination of the above in this piece of rock swimming in the North Atlantic. In my first week as an exchange student in Reykjavik, I learned the hard way to always carry my raincoat with me. So, I knew what I was getting myself into when I decided to embark on a 26-day, 1,300-kilometer bike expedition around the perimeter of the country at the end of my year in Iceland. Battling the elements seemed the perfect exclamation point to the end of my experience abroad. Over the previous 9 months, I had pushed myself intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually, and now I was ready to do it physically. I wanted exhaustion. I wanted adventure. I wanted to be out in a lava field with the empty road ahead of me, the sound of wind rushing in my ears, only interrupted by the occasional bleating of a distant sheep. I got all of this, but what I didn't know I would get was a chance to see, smell, and taste the ash of an erupting volcano. 4 days and 200 kilometers into my trip, I emerged from my tent at a campsite in South Iceland to see an unnatural-looking brown cloud hanging low in the horizon. Curious, I made my way to the nearby gas station, the sole building marking the transition from country to town. With a little struggle through the language barrier, I found out that the Grímsvatn volcano, resting under the Vatnajökull glacier, had awoken and begun erupting in the night. It was unknown when it would stop, but it was already the largest eruption in Iceland in over 50 years. The main road was closed due to glacial flooding. Schools were canceled. An advisory said to stay inside unless you absolutely had to go out, and to abstain from exerting yourself in the lowered air quality to avoid permanent lung damage. It was pretty clear. There would be no going forward. My only option was to turn around and bike back the way that I came. The cashier at the gas station handed me a face mask and, with a chuckle, wished me good luck. I stepped out into the ash, stunned. Of all the obstacles I had painstakingly prepared for, faulty gear, physical injury, broken spirit, erupting volcano had not been among them. I was too startled by this turn of events to be angry or bitter. And the Minnesota winters I had grown up in taught me long ago that it is never productive to take weather or natural events personally. To a passing car, I must have looked crazy. The only flash of color in a landscape cast in shades of ashy gray, like a black and white photograph, pedaling away and laughing hysterically from behind a face mask at the madness of it all. I returned to Reykjavik, responded to the pile of emails in my inbox with one mass message explaining that I hadn't been washed away in the ash. Instead of booking the next flight home, I booked a bus ticket to the north. I picked up my route, abandoned my face mask, and made it victoriously 3/4 of the way around the country, and with a pretty good story to make up for the 1/4 I missed.